Are you currently dreading that onboarding call you have scheduled for 2 p.m.? You know the one. The one where you have to ask a client, who is lovely but maybe not exactly a tech wizard, to share their Facebook ad account access with you. Are you picturing the nightmare of trying to explain what a business manager ID is over a Zoom call while their screen freezes? Are you tired of clients texting you their passwords in plain text, which makes your security-obsessed brain scream? Are you waiting days, literally days, just to get access to Google Analytics so you can actually start the work you were hired to do? And honestly, are you just done with the permissions dance where you have to send a PDF guide with screenshots that nobody reads? If your blood pressure just went up a little bit, take a breath. I've been there. I have lost hours of my life to the Meta Business Manager settings page. But I think I found the fix. It's a tool called Connexify. It's currently on AppSumo, and it claims to turn that entire headache into a single link. One click for the client, and you get access. No passwords, no tears. So let's dive in and see if this thing actually works or if it's too good to be true. And hey, if you're already sold on the idea of never explaining partner access again, you can check out the Connexify deal right now using the link in the description. Okay, so let's talk about the pain here. The specific throbbing headache of digital onboarding. If you run an agency, or you're a freelancer doing social media or SEO, you know that getting access is the bottleneck. It's always the bottleneck. You sign the contract, everyone is excited, and then everything stops for a week because the client can't figure out how to add you to their Google Ads account. And look, I get it. These platforms, Facebook, Google, Shopify, they change their interfaces every other Tuesday. It's confusing. Now, there are tools for this. The big competitor is Ledzy. And frankly, Ledzy is great, but it's another monthly subscription. We are talking about subscription fatigue here, people. Do you really want to pay $40 or $50 a month just for the privilege of getting access to do your job? My accountant actually high-fived me last week when I told him I was cutting software costs. We need something that looks professional, secures the data, but doesn't bleed our bank account dry every 30 days. That's why Connexify caught my eye. It's pitching itself as the simple one-time payment solution to the "please give me your password" problem. So I grabbed the deal. I went for license tier 1 just to test the waters, which is a one-time payment of $59. Redeeming the code was painless. I logged in and my first impression of the dashboard? It's stark, in a good way. It's very clean. White background, simple sidebar. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like you need a certification to use it. It feels like a utility. Now, let's talk about the tier limits, because this is where AppSumo deals can get tricky. On tier 1, you get 2 clients per month. Now pay attention to that phrasing. It's not 2 clients total. It's 2 new onboardings per month. If you are a solo freelancer landing 1 or 2 big clients a month, this is perfect. But if you are a churning and burning agency, or you're running a lot of small audits, you're going to hit that limit fast. You might need to look at tier 2, 5 clients, or tier 3, 10 clients. Also, tier 3 is where the white labeling unlocks. So if you want the URL to look like your agency instead of saying Connexify, you have to stack up to the $249 tier. Just something to keep in mind. But back to the UI, it's intuitive. There's a button that says Create Request. You can't really mess it up. All right, let's run through a real scenario. Imagine I just signed a new e-commerce client. Let's call them Sock World. I need access to their Facebook ads, Google Analytics, and Shopify store. In the old days, this would be 3 emails and a Zoom call. With Connexify, here is what I did. I click Create New Request. I type in the client's name, Sock World. Then I see a list of platforms. It's like a shopping list. I click the toggle for Meta, Facebook. A little drop-down appears asking what level of access I want. Do I want admin? Do I want advertiser? I select admin because, I need to fix their pixel mess. Then I toggle on Google. I select analytics and ads. Finally, I toggle on Shopify. I can add a little custom message like, "Hey, click this to give me the keys to the castle." Okay, I wrote something more professional than that. I hit Generate Link. Boom. I have a URL. I copy it. Now pretend I'm the client. I open an incognito window and paste the link. What the client sees is a super simple page. It says Agency X is requesting access. And there are big friendly buttons. Connect Facebook. Connect Google. When they click Connect Facebook, It just pops up the standard Facebook login window, the one they already know. They log in, select their ad account from a list, and hit confirm. That's it. No digging through settings menus. No copying 16-digit ID numbers. Back on my dashboard, I watched the status lights turn green. Meta, connected. Google, connected. It took maybe 45 seconds, and honestly, it felt like cheating. It was so easy I thought I broke it. So, practicality. Is this something you use every day? No. And that's the point. You use this when you win a client. It's a tool that sits in your belt until you need it, but when you need it, it saves you hours of frustration. There isn't a mobile app, but the web dashboard works fine on mobile if you need to generate a link on the fly. Now, let's talk about the roadmap and support, because with AppSumo, you're buying the future, right? I checked out their updates log. The founder, Sandor, seems super active. They recently added webhooks, which is geeky but cool. It means when a client connects, you could automatically trigger a Slack message to your team saying, "We're in." They also just rolled out custom domains, and the roadmap mentions YouTube and WordPress integrations coming soon. That WordPress one is going to be huge for SEO agencies. Support seems responsive. I saw some questions in the reviews about, does this work with personal ad accounts? And the team answered clearly. The answer is usually yes, but depends on the platform. All right, let's get real. No tool is perfect, not even this one. Here are the honest pros and cons. Pros first. Number 1, the client experience. It makes you look like a pro. Instead of a frantic email asking for passwords, you send a slick, secure link. It sets the tone that you know what you're doing. Number 2, security. You never have to see their password. They never have to text it to you. That is a massive liability off your shoulders. Number 3, speed. I set up a request in 30 seconds. It works fast. Now the cons. Let's talk about the tier limits again. 2 clients per month on tier 1 is a little tight. If you have a great month and sign 3 clients, you're stuck manually onboarding the 3rd one. That's annoying. Also, the UI customization on the lower tiers is limited. You can't really brand it heavily unless you pay up. And finally, sometimes the platforms themselves, like Facebook, throw errors that Connexify can't control. If the client's ad account is banned or something, Connexify can't fix that. It's a connector, not a magician. So, what's the final verdict? If you are an agency that is manually logging into clients' accounts, or if you are paying $50 a month for Ledsy, stop. Just stop. Connexify does exactly what it says on the tin. It solves the Rubik's Cube of client onboarding. For $59 lifetime, if it saves you 1 hour of explaining to a client where the business settings button is, it has paid for itself. I'm giving this a solid 4.7 out of 5 tacos. My advice? If you're a solopreneur, tier 1 is fine. If you're an agency, honestly, just bite the bullet and stack to tier 3. You'll want the white labeling and the higher limits. And $249 one time is still cheaper than 6 months of the competitor. Plus, AppSumo has that 60-day money-back guarantee. So you can buy it, try it on your next client, and if they don't love it, get your money back. If you want to streamline your life and stop being tech support for your clients, grab the deal through my link in the show notes. It helps support the pod and keeps me from having to get a real job. Go make your onboarding smooth, folks. Catch you in the next one.